Hi everyone, it's James from Overtime Heroics MMA. We're here today with Adam Wilson from Cage Warriors. Current record is sitting at 4 fights, 4 wins. So basically, Adam, how's things with you at the moment?
I'm feeling great. The best I've ever felt. I've had a little rest since my last fight. And yeah, everything's smooth, no injuries, no fatigue, no nothing, just ready to go, I could fight next week if I wanted to.
Good, that's all good. 7th of March, that's your next fight, am I right, in Manchester with Malone?
Yep, me and Scott Malone, 7th of March, so cannot wait for this one.
So obviously you said you're feeling good at the moment, the best you've been, so camp's going well so far then, yeah?
Yeah, camp is going perfect. Couldn't wish for a better start, to be honest. We're only 2 weeks in, and yeah, everything's feeling good.
Great, that's it's always good to hear. One of the things that is always interesting, obviously, I mean, you're quite new as far as your record's concerned, really. At the stage you're at now with Cage Warriors, obviously you're 2-0 on the main Cage Warrior roster. Just how important is it for you to get the win in the terms of your future progression with Cage Warriors?
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive fight for me. This was Scott Malone. And a win over Scott puts me right up there. To be honest, I haven't really got much to lose at all. But if I do lose, which I won't, I haven't got much to lose. This is on paper, this looks like a proper mismatch, but not really. When you look at the experience I've had over amateurs as well, fighting amateurs, and me training partners who I've literally trained with since the beginning. So yeah, this fight with Scott's massive for me, but it's even bigger for him because if he loses, it's over.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure on the guy going into that one for sure. You said obviously the people around you were training in next generation MMA Liverpool. I mean, obviously a lot of people probably know Paddy Pimlet from training there. What is it like working around those sort of guys?
It's the best. I literally couldn't be at a better gym. If you look at some of the people I've got in my gym, there's not many other gyms around. I've got that many high level people in, and with all different styles as well. So, I've one of my maintaining partners since day one, like 10 years ago, has been Paddy. So I've literally trained every single day with him. And it pays off, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, I mean, the reputation he's managed to build himself so far. I mean, it's got to be good, good looking for you to be training with someone of that caliber for your own career with Cage Warriors as well.
Yeah, it definitely puts me in good stead, like.
So one of the things that people always find interesting is how people's backgrounds, how we got involved. Was it a particular MMA person that piqued your interest to get you involved yourself in your younger years?
Well, I was started really was when I left school. I moved to Jersey, and I'd never even heard of MMA, or I didn't really pay much attention to no fighting. But my cousin used to love it. He got me into it, and we used to put the boxing gloves on and just have fights in the back garden. Like no technique, we'd literally just fight. I think one time I ended up in a thorn bush. So he took me to a gym in Jersey, an MMA gym, and I done my first session in there, and I come back to Liverpool, and I remember just saying to myself, right, I'll just get fit before I start MMA. Yeah, I was looking for a gym at the time called No Limits. So I found that on Google. Little did I know, Next Generation was right above No Limits. So I've clicked to go on to like the 3rd floor, but the lifts took me to the 4th floor, and it was an MMA gym. And I was like, oh, do you know what? I might as well just start today. And then literally, I started that day, and I don't think every day since then I've been in there. 10 years ago.
That's one mad way to get introduced to the gym, that is for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, last going out, you defeated Mark Promeny in round 2. obviously that was a dominant performance from anyone that watched that fight. Any differences going into this fight now to how you felt going into that one?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I personally didn't think it was a dominant performance. I just didn't feel right. I think what I'd done is I'd done too long, and I'd overtrained. I felt it as soon as I threw the first few punches. I remember when it went to the floor. Normally I'm dead explosive, and it's proper hard to keep me down, but I kind of just techniqued my way out of it. I mean, he had me back, and like that doesn't, like, I get me back taken in the gym, but I'll get out of it straight away majority of the time. So yeah, I'll be a little bit more rested for this fight, definitely.
Yeah, that's always good. So I mean, obviously no MMA fighter is going to overlook the person that you've got lined up now. But assuming you do come through Malone now, what's next? What's Adam Wilson looking to do with the next year, so to speak?
I think a win over Scott is definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about fighting for the title, but it puts me up there. Maybe another win or two. It doesn't really matter for me. I'm just happy to be fighting and be fighting often.
Yeah, I mean, it's refreshing to hear that these days there's someone that's actually willing to get out there and get as many fights as possible.
Yeah, that's just what I want to do. I just want to fight as often as I can, really.
Yeah, for sure. So everything is obviously looking good for this camp, as you said. Is there anything you're doing different this time around to what you usually do?
Probably just doing a little bit more wrestling and jiu-jitsu. That's what Scott's good at. But no, apart from that, not much. Maybe not doing as many sessions in a day. I think some days I'd literally do like 5 hours training, and I've tapered it down a bit to the most I'll be doing is like 3 or 2. Yeah, so just not much, nothing drastic, like just a little less training, more resting, and just a bit more wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, good. So just basically honing in on the skills that you feel that Scott possesses that may offer you a challenge then, really.
Yeah, I think that's the only really area he'd really threaten me. I don't think he's not gonna have too much for me on the feet. I think my striking is very, very, very high level. So yeah, I'm just working on his strengths basically. He'll stand there and have it with me as well, like I know he will. But it's just, I know as soon as I start it, and he'll definitely be wanting to try and shoot and get me down.
Yeah, and I bet you're hoping he does stand there and trade with you, really, you know.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Yeah, me. Well, obviously you're a busy man with your training for the camp at the moment. I just want to thank you for taking a bit of time out of camp to come and do this
Of
interview.
Course,
and
anytime.
I mean, it's really a pleasure having you on here, and hopefully, the people out there that don't actually know who you are at the moment, I think by the end of this year they definitely
will
know
do soon.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck on March the 7th, and hope to see a lot more from you soon.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice to speak to you.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Thank you. Bye.